Hey everybody, Madam85 here, and today I'm going to be doing a analysis of the new Ruin DLC Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach trailer. Sorry I am so late to this. I just found out about it last night. I just watched it last night. I had to rewatch it just so I can collect my thoughts on it. I wouldn't have even been able to speak clearly if I were to make this video last night. But yeah. So I hope you enjoy this video. I am still in a little bit of shock, so hopefully I can, at least be somewhat, collected when I'm talking about this. But yeah, I'm still finding new things even rewatching the trailer. There's a lot jam-packed in this. And for a DLC, I did not expect a DLC to be this big. But anyway, let's do an analysis of the Ruin DLC Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. So, first I'm gonna just play the trailer normally, just for those of you who have not seen it, just so you guys can see it, and then I'm gonna go basically frame by frame to show you everything that there is jam-packed into basically a minute. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Cassie, I hope you get this message. I'm trapped here at the Pizzaplex, or what's left of it. I don't have time to go into how I got here, but you've got to help me out. Save me, Cassie, please. It's so dark down here. Hurry, run! Don't give up on me yet.
So the first thing I want to go over is this image. So this is obviously from the main lobby. You can see "Come Back Soon." I think it gets a little cut off, but yeah. You can also see the Chica, Freddy, Monty, and Roxy logos there, along with Cassie, who is a new character. I'm assuming that she'll have some lore-based stuff, which we'll find out when the game comes out, but yeah. Also, something else interesting is that it's daytime outside. So, I guess this game takes place during the day, or maybe this DLC is so long that that you need to start it in the day because it goes basically all night. But yeah, there's some graffiti there, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this. So now we have this image. It's smaller, but you can see more of the main lobby, and it looks really dark. Hopefully we immediately got a flashlight, because this is so dark right here. But you can obviously tell if you've played the original game, this is the main lobby. There's a bunch of graffiti there. I can't really see it. You can see it better in the recording, but I'm filming this outside, so yeah. There's also a forklift, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, those are usually down in the loading dock and parts and service. But assuming that, they had to use those to basically dismantle this place, it would make sense about why they were up here. So yeah, let's move on to the next clip. So now this is the next image in this video. Now, this does look sort of like the loading dock kitchen, but there is something interesting here. No matter how many times I watch this trailer, I still cannot figure out what that is. It looks like a mix of some type of bird and a rat. Maybe like a chicken and a rat, seagull maybe? I don't know, but it's moving. If you watch the trailer, it's moving. But yeah, I still don't know what that is. I'm still trying to figure out what that is. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I still can't figure it out. I'm seeing different shapes. But yeah, I still don't know what that is. Maybe it's nothing, and maybe it's just, my eyes playing tricks on me, making me think it's something. But yeah, I firmly believe that is a new animatronic that we still haven't met. Or maybe pieces of Vanny, but still I can sort of see the bunny ears. But yeah, I still don't know what that is. This next image is pretty interesting because this is from Monty Golf, I believe. It's either Monty Golf or Kids Cove. This image was taken from. But yeah, it looks more like Monty Golf just based off of the carpet and stuff. I don't think when I was playing Kids Cove had that. Also, I can see a hallway. Monty Golf has a lot of those type of hallways, but yeah. Still, this is pretty good for a trailer. And keep in mind, this is a trailer, so the DLC is going to be even bigger than this. So, I'm excited to play this game. But yeah, I'm going to move on to the next image now since there's really nothing else to decipher in this image. Here's an even better photo taken from Monty Golf. This is taken right out of, where you exit his mouth in Monty Golf if you played Security Breach. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Other than that, nothing really going on this image, but yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Here's another image. This is from Parts and Service. This is from the Endo Maze in Parts and Service. It looks like it's boarded up, so maybe if you try and go the Endo Maze, it'll just be boarded up. Maybe there's nothing really to do in the DLC for the Endo Maze. So yeah, but I don't know. I mean, this is interesting. I still don't know what this could be. Now, this is also pretty interesting. This is the daycare room. It actually looks really creepy, and yeah, you can also see the Freddy head laying there. So yeah. Let's move on to the next image since it's just another shot of the ruined Pizzaplex. But yeah, still, very good information we need on this DLC. Here's another nice image. This was taken from what I believe to be the elevators in the main lobby. Either that or in the second floor of the atrium. But just based off of the image shape, it does look a little more like the main lobby. And the way the elevators are positioned. But yeah, let's move on to the next screenshot. Now this is this is Roxy, but it isn't normal Roxy. This is decommissioned Roxy, which we decommissioned her in the game, but this is like severely decommissioned. So yeah, way more decommissioned than we left her, but assuming that the building has sort of collapsed, it does make sense. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next screenshot. So now this is another interesting image. This is an image from what I'm assuming Cassie's point of view, and it appears like she's turning on or turning up the volume or changing channels on some sort of walkie-talkie thing. I have no idea what this is. Is it like an updated, basically, Fazcam or Fazwatch? I don't know. I mean, I can see speakers there, so it probably makes noise. There's red and green buttons. This has got to be one of the most interesting and exciting things we've seen in this trailer. Here's another image, and this is from the Endo. Now, the Endo looks pretty much the same as they did in the first game, so I'm assuming that they'll pretty much be the same as the original Security Breach, probably pop up in a few places, just do the whole game with them, just don't look away. But yeah, and this is actually, if you look at the background closely, this is actually from around the daycare theater, right around the daycare. So yes, it's interesting, because the endos do actually appear in the basement of the daycare theater. So my best theory is that it isn't really connected to the daycare theater. It's just a coincidence that they are down there. But yeah. So yeah. That's really all I have to say on this image. Here's another interesting image. This is Chica going into the Glamrock Beauty Salon. Now, this could be, just for the trailer. Maybe she doesn't actually do that. But if you play Security Breach, Roxy is the only one who goes into the Glamrock Beauty Salon. So, yeah, or if the security bots catch you, Roxy will appear. So it's interesting that Chica is going into the Glamrock Beauty Salon. I'm sure that there is some missing context that would make sense about why she's there, but as of right now, this is also really interesting. Now, this is another interesting clip. It just looks like the Faz camera, but this is more like the cameras from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So, and if you look really closely, you can also see Roxy Raceway 2, Cam 1. You can also see a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons up there. These cameras, which look cool, I'm assuming that's to zoom in and zoom out. There's a lot here. This does look like where Roxy's boss battle takes place. I don't know, just the way that it looks. It looks like where Roxy's boss battle would take place. But then again, I'm just judging based off of this image. But yeah. Other than that, there really isn't anything to go through here. So yeah, let's move on to the next image. This is also really interesting, because it looks like a box with two connected red wires with blue in the middle. But then you notice two broken blue wires, but then this happens. It seems like we plug in the walkie-talkie from earlier into there, which turns this wrench thing green. I can really only speculate on what this means. I mean, are we going to be fixing wires in this box? Is that a mission in the game? I have no idea. This is probably the most obscure thing in this trailer. This is also really interesting because it shows a Roxy walkie-talkie, which, being that Roxy in this looks like her normal self, I'm assuming that this is a collectible that you could have got originally from, maybe it's a Glamrock Gifts prize or something. It's weird that it's only appearing in the DLC and not in the regular Security Breach, but I'm sure there will be context to that. And from what it looks like that she's using this in the Roxy Salon, so maybe you get it in, like, Roxy Raceway or something. I don't know, but this is also really interesting. My theory is that this is how Gregory and Cassie are communicating with each other. So yeah, that's my best theory. But yeah, let's move on to the next image. This is interesting. It looks like that this was taken in the sewers. We have what looks like a broken staff bot there. So, I'm assuming that this is taken in the sewers. It's really hard to tell because this trailer is really dark, but yeah. I'm assuming that that's what that means, that this is in the sewers. Maybe this is around the time where Cassie finds Gregory, because I'm assuming that Gregory is, like, trapped by the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and this is by the sewers slash original Freddy Fazbear's, and maybe this is where things, actually get sort of creepy towards the end of the game. That's just a theory, though. It's hard to tell just based off of this image. Now, this is also really interesting. It looks like that this was either taken in the main lobby, around the customer service main lobby area, or the loading dock. But here is Monty. Now, listen, when I first watched this trailer, I didn't even recognize Monty. I thought that Monty was like some sort of new Venus flytrap animatronic or something, because that's honestly what it looked like. I'm just like, wait, are we getting one of those animatronics? Why am I only hearing about this now? What does this have with the lore, But no, it's just Monty. Monty looks so different. I'm assuming that is a result of age. I don't know how long this takes place in between games. I'm assuming it takes place right after, like, the game, and maybe, I don't know, but because based on the way that Gregory is talking, it seems like he hasn't been in there for too long. I don't know, but yeah. There's Monty for you. The new Monty. Now, this next scene is actually really interesting, and just so you can see what I'm talking about, it looks like, just so you can see what I'm talking about, I'm gonna play it in slow motion, because it's too hard to talk about without showing you this little clip. So here it is. So from what the short video looks like, it looks like Cassie jumps on one of those Monty Golf ride things. I don't know exactly what they're called. But, I guess that she, like, uses one of those to, maybe fly onto the catwalks or something. I don't know, but if that happens, that would actually be super sick and intense. And that might, and so far that this is actually my favorite part. Because it actually looks so funny. And, like, it actually looks so intense, and honestly, really cool. I mean, I know in the original game those things never really had a purpose, but maybe in this game they will. So yeah. But anyway, let's move on to the next clip. So now this next clip takes place in the bakery, which is a section that most people actually didn't visit during their playthrough, because there wasn't actually a mission to go there. You had to basically just explore and find it yourself. I've only seen like 2 or 3 people play that actually found that place. So yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, Chica's there. I'm assuming that this is where you go to actually, unlike the original Security Breach, actually, kill and decommission the animatronics. But yeah, who knows? Now, this is super interesting, because I'll play the clip in slow motion. It seems like that during a part in the game, maybe during Monty's, actual, final boss battle, I guess, the one where you actually, kill him, that this might be a cutscene, and Cassie looks like that she's actually, fighting with an alligator here. So yeah. There's been many speculation on this clip, but I really don't know. I mean, this is really cool. I mean, I don't really know anything about this clip, so yeah. It looks really cool though, and probably my second favorite part so far in the DLC trailer. This is another reason why I believe that the bakery is where you finally decommission Chica, because if you notice, this is in the bakery, and Chica slides basically through the oven, I guess. So yeah, and it looks like that you finally decommissioned her. So yeah, I'm assuming that this takes place after the final decommission. That's my best theory on this. So now, here we have this other clip, and it appears that Freddy is, like, trapped underneath a bunch of trash or rubble or something. I don't know, but if you look very closely in the background, you can see the Phaser Blast walls. Those are the walls from Phaser Blast. So this would not make sense, because both Vanny endings are not canon. And why would Freddy be in Phaser Blast if he got crushed during, the Afton, right after, we killed Afton, basically. Because that's where the building collapsed. So that's a little weird. And it can't be taken, and even if maybe this is taken after a non-canon ending like either of the Vanny endings, one, Freddy would not be moving, because Freddy would have died in the bad Vanny ending, and if this was taken after the good Vanny ending, then why would Gregory, because we don't see him with a head, so even if that is supposed to be like he's headless, why would Gregory's lines would not make sense, because they would be, because he would be sitting on a hill with Vanessa. So yeah, that's a little weird, but yeah. That's really all I have to say for this image. So now this is interesting, because we actually get a close-up shot of Roxy here. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Nothing really other to say. I mean, there isn't really any other context I can go over. Maybe this is right before she jump scares you. Maybe this is the jump scare. I don't know, but that's interesting that we get a close-up shot of Roxy. This has been the talk of a lot of people right now. This is the Eclipse. I am excited. This looks like a terrifying creature that, honestly, he's seen bursting through the daycare doors, which means that, maybe he pulls us in? I don't know, because I'm assuming Cassie will have to go to the daycare for something. Oh. And maybe she'll get pulled into the daycare or something. Maybe she'll have to walk by the double wooden daycare doors that Sundrop kicks us out of in the original Security Breach. And then, the Eclipse will pull us in, and then maybe that'll lead to some sort of, boss battle. But yeah. Other than that, let's move on to the next clip. No. This is really interesting, because this is the broken down and overall just collapsed version of the daycare. I'm assuming that this is taken, like, right after the Eclipse pulls us in. I'm gonna refer to him as the Eclipse, because he's neither sun or moon right now. So yeah. But maybe we'll have to navigate through now this collapsed daycare, pile of rubble daycare section for something. I don't know, but all I can say is if people thought that regular sun and moon were scary, we're definitely going to get some great reactions out of the eclipse. So yeah. So now this next clip is also really interesting because we're seen putting on the Vanny mask to reveal this. And then this. Now, my personal theory on what this could be is either Vanny, Glamrock Bonnie, Glitch Trap, or Burn Trap. One of those four has to be this. It looks the most like Glitch Trap, though, so that's who I'm assuming it is. I don't know what the difference is really between Glitch Trap and Burn Trap. I see Glitch Trap as, just a separate thing. William Afton is Burn Trap. That's sort of my personal theory, is that Glitch Trap is not William Afton, only Burn Trap is. Because after Fnaf 6, William Afton, this is a whole nother story, but William Afton did Ultimate Custom Night, and then that's the end of William Afton until Burn Trap. But yeah, my personal theory on what this could be is Glitch Trap or Vanny, really. It looks the most like those two, because if you notice where Vanny's mask would be, it's all black. So maybe this is Vanny unmasked. But who knows? We'll only have to wait till this July. I really hope that you all are excited for Security Breach, because I am planning on playing it on this channel, the DLC, and from what it looks like, it looks really epic. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for it being so long. I actually didn't expect it to be this long. But, anyway, I do have a video that I'm filming. It's in the works. It will probably not come out for maybe another month and a half. Probably around the time Ruin is released is when this video will be released. I'm hoping to have it out before Ruin, but July could mean literally July 1st. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye, everybody.